Hey, we're live. Yeah. Oh no.
Hey, what's poppin'? There we
Round two.
go.
Hello, hello.
Shit, always the microphone, always something going on. Let me put
It
some
wouldn't be a
music
Wooting
on it.
stream without some jank, right?
Indeed, that's how it goes.
Hello, hello, and welcome. Happy afternoon, happy evening, happy morning, wherever in the world that you are at. We've got, in the words of some famous YouTubers, we've got a great show lined up for you today. But that's where the comparison will end.
Yeah, I mean,
They've
shit,
got
a
much
lot
better
of things
production quality than
happening
me.
these last couple of months, eh? Of like the last
That's true.
month at least,
That's
and
true.
this month, coming month, like there's no stopping anymore, I guess. Like,
That's right.
shit.
Train has left the station. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. So the way you only have
absolutely.
intro music. What do you mean intro music? Music a little too
some
loud.
sound checks here. Jacob thinks it's too loud. We'll see.
Yeah, I put
Is
some
the rest of our
electronic.
mics balanced between Sonder and myself?
I think mine is a little bit less loud than yours, but then hold up.
Well, you're blasting in my ears, but that is
There we go.
So.
Oh, okay. I think it's better now. Mark is a little quiet. Mark is quieter. He's supposed to be
I
like.
also talk into my mic. That's maybe that helps. Move it up a little bit.
Shit.
Can't hear Dally? No, indeed. Dally is at the moment up in that corner up there. She's in the warmest spot in the house because, for her opinion, it is far too cold in here, even though it's 22 degrees inside, but that's way too cold for Dally. So that
22 is too cold. Shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's a summer cat for sure. But in the summer, it gets to be like the lowest is 28 degrees in my apartment, like overnight. So it gets up to like 30 or so, and she loves it. That's her favorite.
Ah. Shit.
Very often when it's coming towards the end of the day, she'll be sitting on top of my computer right back here.
That's the warmest
enjoying
spot.
the heat. But it's a little bit too early for that. She has not yet made me aware of her presence so that I can make sure to feed her on time.
Does the top
Not
of
that
your
that ever
computer,
not happens, but
Does the top of your computer have like a grill, like an opening?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
nice.
and hot air exhaust. Yep.
Ah,
sure.
okay, I see. But also does the hair
Nice and
get in?
toasty.
I guess the dust filter works, I guess.
I mean, it's an exhaust, so I'm not too concerned about that piece of it. It's all the rest of the hair in all of the apartment that comes in through the intakes that is more of a big deal. But I don't know. Such is a life of having pets. Totally worth it.
I see. Yeah, so, okay. Jacob, indeed. I guess they don't have the music and I do, so that's all good. So you know exactly when I'm going to be on live stream. So also for the live streams coming times, probably it's going to be a lot more Calder, Eric, whatever live streams, because like my time here in Japan is slowly running out. As like the 25th of this November, I have to get rid of all my stuff.
Oh no!
And then it's like I only have a laptop, and I've tried the streaming on a laptop before, which was actually a New Year stream. I tried it. It sucks. So I'm not gonna try that anymore here in Japan. So I'll let Eric and Calder whatever do his thing, or maybe Jet, or other people. So yeah, just so you guys
we
know.
got Marco now. We got a whole content creation team that can jump in on streams. So
Yeah, exactly. Damn. Watching from Japan, still had the OG 60G and I love it. Hey, 60G OG, that shit is still good, man.
Absolutely. And it's got that 4-year warranty, so it'll keep rocking and rolling for quite a few years to come.
Well, yeah. Sander sounds drunk by default. I mean, I had a couple of beers before I had to stream
10 p.m.
already.
for him on a Friday night,
It's 10, exactly. It's 10 a.m. Like, shit, man. I want to celebrate my weekend as well. The Wooting stream is not going to stop that. I mean, a little bit, I guess, in between, but I'll still keep drinking.
Yeah, you wouldn't be Dutch without a couple of beers, eh? A vrijdagmiddagborrel.
Okay, I'm gonna skip out on the electronic music because there's like dubstep and blasting in my ears. Let me just do.
So while he's fiddling about with that, we've got a few questions coming into the chat, and I do encourage you guys to continue asking questions. We may or may not pick up on some of them. A number of them, of course, have been answered in previous streams, but we will do our best to at least address each and every question that comes in. And so there's there's a couple of them here already. So TX Tally Lime asked, how much have you guys raised so far? This is, I assume, in reference to the Founders campaign of the 60 HEV2. And so with previous campaigns, we have posted that very prominently on the website of this is how many dollars or euros have been raised. We didn't do that this go around. I do expect, and this has been discussed, but I don't fully remember what the resolution or what the determination of that discussion was. But my expectation is that we will be doing a blog post after the campaign is over to talk about all of the details of the launch. So that includes money raised, that includes kind of what the split between Split and OG, or versus ANSI and ISO versus metal and plastic, all of these different pieces of information that are very interesting for folks to share. And again, don't hold me to this. Don't hold a gun to my head and make us.
You said it now, man. We gotta adhere to it. Why is Mark's
we'll at least be sharing something, but. If my webcam goes into a low resolution mode, then be happy that means that it is adjusting to my poor network connection. So
let me try to fiddle around with that.
Yeah, I don't think it's on your end. I'm pretty sure it's on my end, and I have no control over that. I live behind a VPN for security reasons, so it is what it is.
Who's trying to invade on your privacy then? I guess everybody.
Yeah, the way that my house, with the building here is set up is that I share a external network with like 12 other apartments, and then we all have our own modems or our own routers within that one modem system. And so I don't trust my my neighbors to not be snooping on my stuff, so I encrypt everything before it gets sent out. That's yeah. Operational security. That's the way.
Better safe than sorry, I guess, yeah. So technically you could stream from the cloud. Wait, how does that exactly work? It's technically you can stream from the cloud. I mean, I could technically just stream from my phone, but like a multi-stream would be kind of a bit more tedious, I guess. And I guess if I don't have like the overlays and everything, like the New Year's live stream was pretty taxing, I guess, on my system as well, because it was like a lot of videos playing and overlay thingies and whatever. It's like it went crippled to that. So I mean, I maybe I could try it, but we'll see about that. But all the my microphone and stuff is also packed up, so it's gonna be like shitty microphone time then. Okay, no, Eric is gonna do it, or whoever from the content team, they will do it. I won't bother.
Yes, indeed. You focus on getting yourself back to Europe in one piece, and
yes, sir.
And we'll see you here.
You see,
end of November, you'll be back. We'll get some.
Beginning of December, actually. So end of November, I move out and get rid of stuff, selling stuff, and like you see it already on the backdrop. What a beautiful TV there used to be here with a fire.
Oh
and
no, your fireplace is gone. Ah.
And now it's basically boxes. Hell yeah, with a little carpet on top to make it not as dead looking. Yeah, it's a sad time now. But yeah, let's get I guess in the first couple of topics we want to discuss about.
Yeah, indeed. So the focus of the stream is to talk about the 60 HEV2. That's the newest, the greatest, the beloved Founders campaign that's going on. So we've got so we'll talk a little bit about the launch, whether or not through our eyes it has been successful, and I think, at least from my perspective, it has been very successful. Of course, as mentioned earlier, the quantity of units sold and the money raised through those sales is not something that we're sharing at this time, though we do intend to share some information about that at a later date. But I would say that it has been very successful so far. We sold quite a few units in the first 24 hours. I was quite surprised by that. There was definitely a big rush right at the start for people to place their orders, and that overloaded our Wooting hub, for example, that we had to
Oh, yeah.
stop people from being able to access the Wooting hub so that our internal server systems would be able to get priority of getting things processed and allocated and so on and so forth. So for about I don't know, like what, 2 hours or 3 hours into the launch, there was no ability to check the hub. That was a bit of a it was an awkward situation, but we got it figured out.
How does
And
it
thankfully those
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go.
No, go
Go. Yeah, all right. I mean, how does it look like now with the batches and stuff? Like, did we already run out of the first batch and people have to go like in the second batch, or is it still like the first batch we can still keep up with?
Yeah, so that's a very good question, and there is a really long answer to that, which has to do with the fact that there are 70 different batches of different freight shipments of different products. So 70 of them are occurring simultaneously. So some of the very first, the first portion of the first batches that we are shipping via air freight, some of those have already sold out. In particular, the ISO split module, we didn't allocate a whole lot of units to that because it's kind of a niche of a niche. And so that those few units that were dedicated for that sold out pretty quickly, and that pushed it into a later delivering date within the first day, I believe. Or maybe it was a day after. So that one went pretty quick. And then there was a couple other versions as well that some of the very first available units did get sold out pretty quickly. However, we are keeping ISO is not a niche. Yes, it is. Heidi, I'm sorry, it is. Judging just by sales rate, it is most certainly a niche. But yeah, so some of those first batches did get sold out pretty quickly, and then specifically a few accessory batches. So the wrist rest is a good example of that. That we had more people purchase the wrist rest alongside their order than we originally anticipated they would, which is great. But that meant that the first units that we had set to ship via air freight that would get to our fulfillment centers ASAP, that those units sold out very quickly. What that means now is that the units that are currently getting allocated to orders are part of a freight shipment that is on the ocean, and it is very slowly transiting its way all the way around the Horn of Africa to the port of Rotterdam. So those units are going to take quite a while to show up. However, and this is fresh off the press, we have placed a new order of these wrist rests with our factory, and once I get the confirmation from them that they will meet the ready date that we asked for, we will be air shipping those wrist rests that will arrive sooner than the previous batch sea freight will. And so sometime next week, if you have an order that is part of EU Citroën-1, if I recall correctly off the top of my head, you'll find that your order will have been reallocated to the next batch, so to speak, but arrives sooner. So there's quite a few of those things that our supply chain team and our operations team is working very closely on, that we want to make sure that for all of the orders that we receive, that people's products will be ready to ship in roughly the order in which they purchase. So if you have an accessory that delivers later, for example, the travel case might be another one where we can kind of get a later production to leapfrog the earlier production sea freight, that we may be able to get those into people's hands sooner than expected. Now that's less so the case with the keyboards themselves. So you could pretty well expect that whatever batch your keyboard is part of, that's probably the batch it's going to stay with. But of course, if we have the opportunity to get people's orders shipped out the door sooner, we definitely want to do so. Especially with respect to the fact that it's around the holidays, people are doing Christmas shopping. This is something that a lot of people are very interested in getting into their hands ASAP.
And Jacob, I'll promise you, I'll personally protect the ship from Somali pirates. I'll handle that stuff, man. No worries.
Yeah, it's sea freight around that region in particular has gotten pretty wild. That's for sure.
I mean, don't they avoid it now in general, or is it still like they still go through it? But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, the container ships don't go through the Suez Canal, and so the Red Sea pretty much at all at this point. And the reason for that is because the insurance companies for these carriers require a war risk insurance, because there's missiles flying in the air, quite literally. And so those that insurance premium can be as much as like 1 to 1.5% of the value of the contents of that ship. And if you're a giant cargo container, you have $100 million or $200 million worth of cargo on your ship, then 1% of that, 1.5% is $2-3 million in war risk insurance premiums. So it is much cheaper to spend the extra fuel and the extra transit time to go around the Horn of Africa than it is to go through the Suez.
Good
that's
money
not
for
the
the
same
insurance
case for like
company,
oil tankers. That's not the case for that. But it's a little bit of a different calculus for that. But for container ships, it's very much so. Go around Africa. And then on top of that, our lovely port of Rotterdam here in the Netherlands has been hamstrung with all kinds of issues relating to getting ships in and out quickly. They had some strikes, they had some congestion, and so that is taking longer than we would hope. And so that is part of the reason why some of the estimated delivery dates for the batches that are transiting via sea freight are so far out into the future. It's because there's a lot of unknowns, even after the ship gets on the water, of how quickly can it arrive at port? Are there any delays at the port of calls that it makes along the way? So if it stops in Spain and in France and in Belgium before it gets to Rotterdam, or any of those ports there going having delays, then that would then impact that as well. So there's definitely a little bit of extra buffer for sea freight shipments. And then, as mentioned, we are doing what we can from a logistics standpoint to get as many people's orders as quickly as possible. And if that means air freighting products, then we will do so, even though that it is more expensive. From a shipment perspective, we do feel that those who are willing to place a pre-order for a product, they put their faith in us, we want to get that to them as quickly as we can. Antigat asks, why no Spanish ISO split keyboard? The simple answer to that is that we don't have Spanish, so ISO ES keycaps that include the split spacebar compatibility keycaps. We only have the ABS set.
ABS one, yeah. Are we actually planning to make
extra 2.25? It is on the radar, but we have not yet said yes, we're going to do so.
It's on the radar across the ocean.
Yeah, it's basically the question is the sales rate of this language in this keycaps, does it support the investment into the mold?
Yeah.
Because for the ABS keycaps, if memory serves correctly, we share this keycap mold with a number of other companies, and that we just kind of etch in, so the laser etching our own legends onto the keycap. And so we don't have control over that mold, but that does mean also that we don't have to pay for that mold. And so that in comparison, the PBT keycaps, we would have to specifically design the mold for the Wooting specific keys, like the Wooting logo key and the way that we do our legends, so on and so forth. And those molds are like $100,000. And so in order for us to make a mold for the ISO ES language, we would have to be confident that we could utilize this in a way that we could get that return on investment.
Make lots of dough. Shit.
Yeah, and it's not even about profiteering off of it. It's about, does it make sense from a business standpoint to have that cash invested into that for that period of time until you get that return.
Okay, it's right. It's just for the final mold. It costs like the whole process. I think it's like 100,000. I guess. It's not like
the mold is it's a double shot PBT mold, and so the way that works is that you have, if I recall correctly, now I'm not product development, so I'm an operations guy.
I know exactly.
But the one plastic mold that it gets injected into the first time, and then that settles, and then they, I think, change a piece of the mold to allow for the second piece of the injection. I'm not 100% on that. I believe that on our Wooting channel,
we do have a video
how it's made.
Yes.
For the keycaps in particular.
I mean,
so
the
definitely
exact
check that
process.
Out. It's a lot more correct information than I can spout off the top of my head.
I do know, like, they have like the big fucking block where they pour it all in, and they have the little pins pushing out the keys and whatnot, and the suction head.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there, I've seen it, but then it's like, shit, I still don't know, I guess, enough.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And how much force gets used to make that happen, it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty interesting to see, yeah. Okay, so then we get to, I guess, to the plastic case development. So of course we've mentioned about the plastic case. There's a different option coming, and a lot of people were also a bit confused about when they went to the order page. It's like, hey, you guys told us it was December. What the hell happened to the December? And it's like, why is it April, right? And then it's like, yeah, it's the plastic case. And then a lot of people were like, why is it so much later? It's because we initially thought about developing the V2 just with the aluminum case. But then we thought as well, like, it's good to have an alternative option available that's a bit more affordable and a bit more in people's reach and more familiar.
And the reality is with that we couldn't hit the price point that we wanted to with the aluminum case because we wanted to use the best production process that would make the highest quality product. So if you guys watch our YouTube videos, you know that for the black zinc, for the ADHE, there's a small percentage of folks who experience like a blistering issue with how that coating exists and adheres to the case. And so we wanted to make sure that we fully and completely avoid that for this particular product. And of course, if you do experience that on the black zinc ADHE, just contact our support. It's covered by warranty. There's no sweat. We got you back. But we want to avoid that for the 60HE V2. And because of that, we had to use a production method that is much more costly than what we had originally hoped for. And therefore, we couldn't meet the price we wanted. And so then we're left with, okay, so we have a higher price product, but this is unintentionally pricing out a very significant portion of the market that is really interested in Wooting products and is willing to pay for quality Wooting products, but not that much for it. And so at that point, we realized, okay, we have to do this production process for the metal. Then we decided, okay, let's also add a plastic version.
Yes.
And so that was several months later in the development process, which means that it's several months later in the production process as well.
Yeah, and for the people wondering, it's not the exact same case as the V1 case. It's a little bit different. It's a similar look, but we adjusted the mold and also inserted like a weight into it to make the whole... I'm not sure if I can share this, but we at least done more stuff to it to make sure that the plastic case is more rigid, because the thing is we are friction fitting into the case, right? And if the case is thin and you flex a little bit, it's very easy for like maybe the friction fit to pop out. And because of that issue, we want to make sure that the case is really firm and solid. So, you know, friction fit shouldn't be an issue with the case, basically. I haven't seen anything how it's exactly gonna look like, but so I'm also curious for that, but yeah, we'll see down the line.
I know that we have renders. I've not seen the product physically myself. I know that the production or design team does have samples of what the final product should be, which means, as far as I'm aware, is that we are getting ready to say go to the manufacturer and start producing these. But don't quote me on that either, because I don't typically pay attention to that stuff until after it is being produced, and then it gets onto my plate from a logistics and operation standpoint. Yeah.
Will the V be the same size as the original, the module? Yeah. So the module of the V2 and the V1 are actually exactly the same. So you can still swap it over into like a tofu case or any other third-party case out there. Almost the same, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
same dimensions.
Same dimensions, as in you can fit it still in the same third-party cases, right? I hope, right?
Yes.
Right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
I was afraid like something might actually change down the line, but no. Okay. Yeah. So
there are a few key differences between the 60HE Plus module and the 60HE V2 module. So one of those is that the 60HE V2 comes with an FR4 plate instead of a PC plate. So it's going to be a more firm plate. It's going to have I believe, if I'm correct in my mind, that it's a higher pitch sound.
It's a tad bit higher pitch sound, but it's a bit more of a balance. So you used to have the steel plate in the original 60HE, but the FR4 plate is still stiff in a way, but it still has some benefits from being a bit softer in material. So for the sound, it keeps the deeper sound tones, I guess, a bit more in place.
Yep. Yeah, and then the module will also come with a sandwich pad inside it, so it'll have it is able to be friction fitted into, like, for example, the Tofu Redux or other third-party cases. And then for any case that doesn't support friction fit, it is able to be tray mounted, just like the original 60HE is. And also, if you are going to use it in a tray mounted case, the module version of the 60HE V2 does come with an additional EPDM foam that you can put in the tray mounted setup.
Yeah, the sandwich
the
pad.
The
in
pre-built
between,
version does not. Not in addition to the sandwich pad. There's an extra foam in there.
Oh, there's a
specifically
foam for the
tray
bottom.
mount. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that piece of foam does not come with the 60HE pre-assembled ones, the V2.
Yeah.
Because instead we have the Poron foam and the EPDM foam that is specific for the R case construction. Which the key difference there is it doesn't have the hole punches cut out of it for the tray mount standoffs. So I mean, you could just take a hole punch and smack them in there, and then it would work for those as well. But
shit, that'll be fine. Yeah. So basically, any questions further about the plastic case, by the way, from the peoples in the chat? Now we're on the topic. If not, then
I did see a question from Sammy Praga for life.
Sammy Pro.
Okay.
Sammy
Not sure how to
Pro
pronounce that, but the question was, will you ever make a split spacebar keycaps? And he was specifically talking about the optimum keycaps because he wants to get split spacebar for the optimum keycaps. So the answer to that at this moment in time is that we do not have a new production of the optimum keycaps plan that will have split spacebar in there. However, there is a workaround, and this isn't something that I would recommend for people because it is a very costly way of achieving this. But it is technically possible that if you are dead set on this and price is no object, you can buy 2 sets of the optimum keys, and then you will have the extra ANSI left shift and ANSI right shift to make that happen. Like I said, I don't recommend it. This is not me saying that you should buy 2 sets of keycaps, money for Wooting. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it is technically possible that if this is something that is for you, that
not a recommendation for the customer, recommendation for Wooting. Yeah. Shit, we don't mind.
Pixelata is absolutely right. $25 for 2 caps is kind of crazy. Yes, it is. I'm just saying that technically it works.
Consider it as an artisan keycap in a way.
Exactly.
Holy ballers. Hell yeah. You're on the big boy baller list then if you're gonna do that. Make a bundle deal for 2 keycap sets of the same type.
Yeah, buy 2, pay twice the price. Hey, bundle deal.
That's okay. Yeah. And let's see. On the other hand, if you got backup keys, if you get dirty or worn out, though it really doesn't really get worn out since there's also no legends that can be worn out.
They're dye sub. Well, and they're dye sub, so the dye is inherent into the plastic. It gets sublimated into the plastic itself. So as the plastic of the keycap wears, because everything that people touch, especially hands touch, it does wear. Hands are very corrosive. Yeah. But that wear will not make the colors fade because the colors are inherent to the plastic even deeper into the layer.
Unless you have like hands like sanding paper or something and you just sand away.
Yeah, but even still, I mean, if you like, even if you're really scratching into it, it's dye sublimated into the plastic itself, so it gets pretty deep in there. Now, I don't know exactly if it's 100% of the way through the plastic.
No, it's not on the way.
That it's most of the way, at least to a degree. And it's probably a gradient, as those things tend to work.
I mean, it's a reason why it's like white on the bottom, right, on the keycap. It's not fully black everywhere. It's because it wraps around, and it's only like until like a certain layer of the keycap. So let's say you would sand away continuously, you will get through it, but it's like
no, it's all the way through.
Oh shit! Okay, I was getting the
really
other one.
See that super clearly.
I got the black PVD keycaps as an example, but I guess that's more of a print then, I guess, on it instead of like the whole keycap. Okay, shit. Oh. You're good with the Optimum keycap, man.
The Optimum set. It is beautiful. It does fit 60HE V2. This is a V2 in here.
Still such a good case, man. Holy shit. So glad we made that.
Where's my keycap holder? or the module build? I don't know. I've lost my little piece of plastic. Oh well. Well, I can't take the module out because I don't have the right tool for it. But hey, it's possible.
What I just always do is just push on the sides and hope it can flop it out in some way. Fake gamer hand? Who has the fake gamer hand? Is that Mark or me? Because boy, I mean, there's no
Fake
like
gamer
wear
hand.
on it whatsoever, so you know. Maybe on the right hand there is, but not on the left.
Squashy boy, are the keys removable? I'm new to this keyboard thing. I don't believe you. We've had extensive conversations at the Asus booth in Computex that I don't think you're new to the keyboard thing.
I mean, you can remove it if this. We have a saying in the Netherlands. It's like, als er wil is een wet.
Oh, alles kan kapot?
Yeah, precies. So, you know, you can smack your keyboard and then you're able to remove the keycaps in some shape or form. So, yeah, that's always an option. And you just buy a new one. No? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, selling more keycap sets. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Got a question from PetMe3122. Any new keycaps incoming? No, at this point in time, we don't have any new keycap sets on the horizon. I am personally interested in getting an expansion to our magnetic wave keycap sets, but this is not something that the product development team is on board with. It takes a lot of work to design that for like an 80% or for 100% keyboard. Oh, please. But no, it's unfortunately not coming anytime soon. If at all.
What do you want then for the magnetic wave keycaps? Well, what expansion do you want? Alright, do you have a secret set that nobody else has?
I want this with a split spacebar.
Ah, so just basically the magnetic wave keycaps in split, right? Honestly, shit, why don't we do it? I mean,
Yeah, because we'd have to redesign the whole set, and it's our designers are working on other better things.
I remember the original wave keycaps took like fucking years to get right in the first place, because it was always like the fonts and things were always skewed, and my god, yeah. Okay, no, that's fair, honestly.
Yeah, and then getting like an expansion set so that you could fill up a full size keyboard, because you know full size is the best size, so that would be nice.
Yeah,
but unfortunately.
So
Got a question from Joy Durido 010, 80HE X Optimum, and the answer to that is no. Optimum, his preferred layout size is 60%, so he made a case that he wants for himself, which is a 60% case. And the keycaps to match his aesthetic, and he's not interested in making something for the 80HE because he's a 60% keyboard kind of guy.
Honestly,
that is where that ends.
The same design for like the 80HE would go kind of hard though.
Yeah, it would.
Shit.
But we're not gonna take Optimum's aesthetic and apply that to other keyboards. That's his product. It's his thing. So he enjoys it and appreciates it, and makes it nice and exclusive. Yeah.
Nordic 80HE magnetic wave when? I think the only wave that's ISO is the German one, and then only in yellow and black, isn't it? We don't have it for other color options, is it? So I think
that's correct. Yep.
And this, that dream, that will stay a dream, I think.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah, and the ISO DE set, it does sell enough to support it in its own singular color, but it does not sell enough to support making all the different colors for it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's just a reality. We have to put things into the market and then get the feedback from the market, let people vote with their wallets, and that is how they vote.
Is the 60C V2 still en route to arrive at the warehouse after the campaign ends? I think everything is going according to plan, right? Yeah,
so at this moment in time, all of our freight shipments are meeting our expectations for when we believe that they would arrive. Of course, we do have a couple of weeks left, and so things can change still. Of course, if they do, then we will be sharing batch updates relating to any specific batch and its freight shipments. But at this moment in time, everything is still on track. A lot of stuff is going with air freight, and a fair few SKUs of different products are going to be arriving a week or 2 weeks before that the end of the campaign. But we have decided that we're going to wait to ship any of the keyboards until after the campaign is over, so that we can really honestly, so that we could just celebrate and have a fantastic time. It's like, hey, the keyboards collectively are ready to go, as opposed to,
Yeah.
well, this layout in this region is ready for these people, and then this one is in there. And so it was a little bit of a balance between what is the easiest for a fulfillment side of things, because if we spread out the shipments, then it's a lot easier for the fulfillment centers to handle versus having thousands of shipments being ready in a day or in 2 days. But then also we want to have the most engaging experience as well as part of this campaign. And a little side note on that is that the founders perks, those are going to be some of the last products to arrive, still ahead of the expectation for when the shipments will start. But it would be kind of silly to have the keyboard ship out 2 weeks before the founders perks are ready to go. They're all going to go in the same package to customers. So.
Another question for Classy is, why is the ISO split variant only available in ABS plastic frame and not in aluminium? Which is a fair question, because I kind of wondered myself too.
It is a fair question, and it goes down to the reality of a ISO being a niche and split keycaps being split spacebar being a niche, and so you have a niche on a niche, and so because of that, to have a module version and a pre-assembled black aluminum and a pre-assembled silver aluminum and a pre-assembled black plastic, that's now 4 different slices into this this small niche of a niche, and so it gets to a point of the capacity to be able to forecast effectively what those sales are going to be and making sure that we have that in stock, but we don't have a huge amount of them in stock. That is definitely a significant challenge as you start like really slicing it up. And so for this launch, we had the ISO split as the module, and then you could have matched that with a separate case. You don't lose out on anything doing it that way. I do believe that there is a slight price difference for that. I think it's €5. It might be €10. And the reason for that is it comes with more packaging. It comes with more pick and pack costs. Like when the fulfillment center is putting the products in a box to ship it, they charge us per product going into the box. So there is a slight cost difference in that, but the option is available for customers. And then we decided to do that just a little bit differently with the plastic version, because there's only the black plastic option, so there's not a white plastic. So that's half as many SKUs as would be needed for that. And also, our perspective is that folks that are purchasing the plastic version, they're doing so for one of 2 reasons. One, they're very price sensitive, and so having a module and a separate case isn't the right fit for them. Also, we aren't going to be selling the plastic case as a separate product. It's only going to be available as pre-assembled. And then finally, people who are getting the plastic version, they might be more aligned with somebody who is getting introduced to the keyboard hobby versus somebody who already knows exactly what their preferences are. And so they would much more value a pre-assembled keyboard and not have to be concerned about whether or not they can build it. Now, we can say as much as we want that building it is super easy, and it certainly is, but somebody who's never done that before, they might feel some trepidation about that. And so that's why it is available as a plastic version.
All right. And then also a question is, when are the volume knobs coming out? And we originally said the Q1 is what we're going to do it. I think it's still on the timeline to be Q1, but it's like the development, we do have like, I think currently the development takes a bit longer than expected. We still try to go for Q1, but it may happen that it can maybe, go either
Product
direction.
development
still
is the same as software development in that 80% of the work takes 80% of the time, and then the last 20% of the work also takes 80% of the time.
Yes.
And so, yes, we are currently still planning on Q1. For sure, it is going to be towards the end of Q1. That's I can pretty much guarantee that now. Could it slip into Q2? That's very possible. But our focus is to make the best product, to do it right, not to just get something out there first. That's our focus on a lot of different things. Including on software, that we want to make sure we do it right and not necessarily do it fast. I know that has brought up some some feedback recently about, hey, for example, the background service was intended to launch with the ADHE, which was now over a year ago, which is not a good look for us. And we do hear that and recognize that. I do have some good news to share on that front.
Oh, shit.
Some hot off the press news is that we will be doing a public beta of the background service next week. But fingers crossed that remains true. But that was the last information that I got today. So the devs are hard at work polishing that up and making sure that functions as expected. But the expectation is that will go live as a beta towards the end of next week. And what that will come with is specifically for the light bar functions. There is a planned update to also include the automated app switching on a per profile basis. So if you launch, for example, Arc Raiders, that it brings up your Arc Raiders profile. That happens to be the game that I've been playing lately. It's a lot of fun. Do recommend it. And so that is not going to come with next week's beta. That is going to be a little bit down the road, but I don't think it's far off. So we're in the home stretch there. And then that beta release is going to be Utility 5.2. So there's a whole lot of other exciting little things there. And I'm gonna sneak in one thing that hopefully the Switch selector will be part of next week's beta. So fingers crossed on that one. If it doesn't happen, then don't come coming to me. I do operations, not software. But hey, fingers crossed that we're very close to that.
You're just telling the riots, that's all.
Yeah, Tony's already saying if it's not next week, you can all complain to Mark. Well, feel free to send me an email.
I like that sentiment. Wasn't me at least, shit.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and there's a couple of comments here on the knob, and that folks are excited for it, and I am too. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I know that our firmware developers already have their hands on knobs because they're doing firmware work on it. They've got pre-production samples and that kind of thing, and I want one so bad. I'm pretty pumped for that. Now, question for the chat: are you a big knob kind of guy, or are you a small knob kind of guy? That's my question for y'all.
I honestly would love a big one for my ADHD. Because it's meant for that in mind. So it's like,
that nav
I kind of have to roll with it, man. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Though, man, I've got the 60H V2 now, and of course there's no space for the big knob on there, but the little knob, like on the escape key, for example, or go pretty hard. I've got a question here from 321 N9 which is any plans for a Wooting 2 HEV2? Man, I want a new full-size keyboard so bad. I am a champion of it internally. I'm saying let's go, and every time it's like, but we got this other thing, and just a new full-size.
Yeah. That was a bit.
It's time. It is time.
I can tell you, one day it'll happen. What day it is gonna be, I don't know.
Hopefully before 2030. That would be nice. That's kind of my
yes. Goal. Before the whole planet's get nuked.
Any unboxings planned for the V2 from Looping 61? That's a really good question because I know that we have sent out units to reviewers. I got those orders sent out yesterday, actually. And so reviewers will be having products. What they exactly do with that and who these reviewers are, I'm going to kind of leave that up in the air. But I know that there's definitely some big names and also with some high production value content that will get created. So I do expect that they will have as part of their review some measure of the unboxing experience. However, I also think that we internally Wooting, that we should have our packaging designer do a sort of masterclass in unboxing that's like a video that people could watch so that they could see how they should unbox their keyboard to have the best experience, because there are so many little like tips and tricks and little fancy things in there that that I think that they are pretty self-explanatory, but also I've seen reviewers who, like, for the Lekker Chicken switches, for example, there was one reviewer who just like obliterated the box, and it hurt my soul because the box is so well designed that you could just like
Kind
clip
of
it
makes
and slide it up.
sense in
I've got
the
it somewhere.
initial perspective, yeah, that you just rip it off. Because I think
this box
Gion or
here,
like other manufacturers do have like the
push on the
boxes on
back
top.
here,
You have to slide out.
slides right out. It's so nice, and it fits back, and then you lock it again, and it's locked with this little tab. It's so beautiful. And the guy just ripped it apart. He's like, "Oh, I wish there was a better way to open this." Like,
Time is money, man. You gotta get into the deed very quickly, innit?
yeah, indeed. So, anyway, I think that we should have a masterclass of how to unbox your new keyboard by the magician himself. Our packaging designer is a literal magician. So
there will
I
be
think
an
that'd a really fun
unboxing
piece of content.
coming. I think Jed is actually making that, and I think Jed is capable of hopefully unboxing it well enough for you guys. Because I think the 60G V2 box is not as error prone, let's say, to like the Lekker Ticket switches. I don't think it's gonna be in the same stage. The Lekker Ticket switches, when I see it, I can kind of get it. The 60G V2 box, I think it's more okay. I think it's okay.
I guess if you're so excited about it, you're just like, I've got it now, and just tear it to shreds.
Let me just get a fucking chainsaw and just...
I do know that the box was designed for the 60G V2, was designed in a way that the most logical way to approach it is the right way to approach it. And it's like a step of... So there's a Japanese word for it. What is it? Poke-yoke, which is translates roughly to idiot-proof. And so the idea is that no matter how you want to push forward with this, that the choice you make is the logical, correct way. Yeah, it's a
mistake proofing. Oh shit, Poke-yoke. Okay.
Yep.
Poke-yoke. Damn. Okay, I never heard of that one. Shit. Okay, nice.
It's a big thing. It was coined by, I believe, the Toyota as their manufacturing process, that they would instill this into their process so that it is impossible to make mistakes. Is the idea, which is pretty neat.
Toyota, you say?
Toyota, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole history back in a previous life. I was part of a continuous improvement.
If only their Bluetooth connection in the car was like smooth. Too many pains in the car I rented. Damn it. The Kanban. Kanban is bag,
I
no?
believe is what it is. Yeah, it's Kaibo, not Kanban, but very similar.
Kanban is bag, I believe.
I believe it was Kaibo.
Kaibo? Kaibo?
I think so.
I don't see anything with Kaibo though. Kanban is like, I don't know, workflow management. Oh, what's a bag? There was also like a Kanban, right? A bag in Japanese. Let me see.
No, Kaizen. That's what it was. Kaizen. I don't know about Japanese and all of these words.
I'm getting mental.
But anyway, point is that our unboxing experience is, industry leading. It's a lot of fun, and fun is specifically the word that I want to use for it, because that is our goal with it, to make it fun. It is to be an unboxing experience. You should really enjoy that feeling of pulling it apart and discovering all the little bits and pieces in it, and also the little Easter eggs that we throw in the box, like our keycap box, for example, on the little lip on the side, it's got a little heart printed on it. So, we care.
Oh,
yeah.
And the one last thing I want to kind of highlight as well is Black Friday. Because Black Friday, people always ask us, well, we're going to do something with Black Friday, we're going to have a sale, whatever, right? And all the time, we actually done nothing with it until this Black Friday. But I'm not going to spoil what it's going to be, but we will do something with Black Friday. So keep that in mind when you check out our website, whatever. We're going to do something with it, but what it exactly is, you'll see then.
Indeed. So I'm gonna expand on that a little bit because I want to make it very clear that one thing that we don't do at Wooting is that we don't discount keyboards, and the reason for that is that we believe that the product is worth the price that we ask for it, and that we don't want people to during the shopping process to think, well, if I wait 2 weeks or if I wait 4 weeks, am I going to get a better price then? That's not a consideration that we want people to have to make. We want people to consider the product for the value that it is itself, and so we do not discount keyboards. However, as we launch the 60HE V2, and we've got a new version of the wrist rest, new version of the travel case, I think that there might be some opportunities for some exciting offers for Black Friday, and that's really as far as we're willing to share here, because for one, we want to make sure that the mechanics of what we intend actually function in the way that we want them to, so that that is our goal. So more to come on that one. Probably maybe as early as next week we'll be able to share some concrete information on that. But if not, then
yes, next week hopefully we have something ready for that. Yeah. And also one thing that's also a very viable option, which of course people should not forget either, is like with the launch of the 60G V2, you could see maybe like a price shift in the second-hand market as well for like the 60G Plus, right? So if you're in the market for just purely like the performance and you don't really care about sound, it's also a very good option to go on second-hand markets and maybe get like a 60G Plus and swap over the warranty, because you can swap the warranty over to new users, right? Like if you sell your product,
so
you can swap
the
it
warranty
over.
follows the receipt. So if you have the original purchase receipt, or if you have the person who purchased it originally transfer the order to your email address, then you are the owner of that purchase receipt, and then it is yours. And so indeed, it does come with a 4-year warranty. But that warranty is from the original purchase, not from when you purchased it. So if they had it for 2 years and they sell it to you, then you have the remaining 2 years of their warranty.
Exactly. Yeah. It's still a very good option if you're more on a limited budget. So look out for that.
And also, I want to shout out, because I think that this doesn't get screamed loud enough from the rooftops, is that we do have the Wooting Respawn store, which is the way to get Wooting products at a discount. There are 3 categories of products on this store. The first one is the legacy products. So these are the original 60HE Non-Plus, for example, that we have some units remaining of when we made that change. We didn't want to sell all of them in case there was some kind of issue, blah, blah, blah. So we have some units left that are being sold. I believe on the US store that just sold out yesterday or this morning. So there are no 60HE Non-Pluses available there, unfortunately. However, we do have those available on the EU store. So that's one, the legacy products. We also have the refurbished products. And so we are actively now refurbishing products that have been returned to us. And so when we get a keyboard back, somebody doesn't want it for the first 30 days, they can return it for any reason. And so we go through, make sure it has all the accessories, the cable, and the strap, and the postcard, and the box looks nice. And we also confirm for every single keyboard that all of the keys work, that all of the LEDs work, that sort of thing. And so those are also available on our storefront. At the moment, we only have the 60HE Plus as the refurbished option. But over the next 2 months or so, we will be going pretty hard on getting more and more of these products listed. We are going to be first doing the 60HE Plus, those that we have, and then we're going to do the original 60HE because we do have some returns of that as well. And then we will be adding the Wooting 2HE as well as the 80HE for those returned products. So keep an eye out to the next couple of months on the refurbished portion of the store. And then a shout out also for the third and final category of products that we have on the outlet, the Respawn store, which is the Misfits products. These are products that had the batch of production had some kind of problem with it. So there's 2 main examples that I want to highlight. One is the original version of the White Zinc, so the White Zinc V1. We found that product, it had a tendency to get scratched by metal objects. If you had like a metal keycap puller and you scratched it along the side of the case, it could leave gray marks. That did not meet our expectations internally, and so we stopped selling it. We made a V2. We're selling the V2 as new on the storefront, but we do have some of the V1 available, and the separate case is 50% off. which is it's an
Shit.
incredible deal. Really, you
It's pretty
can't
good, yeah.
find a better deal than that. And then there are some pre-assembled versions as well. The way that the pre-assembled version is priced is the case portion is also 50% off, and the module is full price because it's perfectly good module person. So that is less than 50% off of like the total product, but it is still the same value discount as well. And a number of us internally have purchased the White Zinc V1 with also employee discount. Hey, that helps too. But those folks, Heidi is mentioning here, and Anders is mentioning that, but both of theirs are perfectly fine after months and months of use. And so that is really great to hear, see and hear. And also, there's one more Misfit product there that is one of the batches of the concrete gray alu maize, which has the
tape mark.
Exactly what yeah. So they originally during shipment we put a piece of tape on the accent piece to hold it down so it wouldn't like rattle about and whatnot. But we found out that the coating on that case hadn't fully cured by the time we put that tape on there, and so because the tape was on there and blocking its access to oxygen, it would cure in a slightly different way, and so you can kind of see the marks of the tape. And so, but if you look on the outlet store and you click on the add to cart button for any of those products, you get a nice big page of overview of exactly what you can expect with pictures of real products, not necessarily that individual product, but products that are effectively identical to it. And it gives you a lot of information about it. So definitely want to shout that out because it's pretty awesome system for us and for customers as well.
Yeah, it was kind of funny with the case with the tape mark. Like when I got like one of the samples, I also saw like, damn it, it has the mark on it. And I was like, oh, let me just, I don't know. I thought like blowing on it. But funnily enough, if you blow on it by your mouth, it fades away until you wait a little bit longer and then it comes back again. It's very odd,
That's
very
weird.
strange. Yeah. But I was like, I fixed it. And it's like slowly it's back. Oh, shit. Okay, I guess
So
not.
what you're saying is that if you as a person are very much so like a mouth breather and you just breathe on your keyboard constantly, then it's of
you can fix it.
To you. Okay, that's good to know. Well, I'll make sure to put that on the website. There's been a number of questions in the stream about TMR, and I just want to acknowledge that I do see these questions. I'm not going to answer these questions in the stream because we have at length talked about TMR and why it is or isn't interesting to us at this time. There's a particular stream that Calder goes very much so in depth about it. I think that was about 1.5, maybe 2 months ago. Calder's in the stream, so just look for that. And he definitely does a really good job of explaining why at this moment in time it's not something that we're interested in, but we're keeping an eye on the technology and we're not ignoring it.
However, though, because like it's pretty hard to find. I mean, obviously it's like 1.5 months ago, live streams take a long time. You have no clue which live stream you have to go, and you don't want to bother with all the time, right? I do have a plan to actually make a video about this. I'll at least make a script and let, of course, Colin check out the whole script and adjust it to his own liking and wording, of course, like he always does. And then have like at least like a statement out that will help people find our perspective on it, and also help people just to relink it to other people if they ask about it. It's like, hey, here's a video, this is the statement, and this is how we think about it, right? I do want to have something like that down the line, but honestly, with the projects we have going on now, it's I'm not sure when it's gonna be released, but I'll try to get something out as soon as I can. Yeah. Will Sander ever do a sober stream? Hell no, man. It's like when I'm back in Europe, I will, but now in Japan, it's always evening for me, so I need my drinks for the weekend, man. Shit.
Heidi added a direct link to. I assume it's a timestamp linked even. Yeah, it is.
Okay, nice.
If you're curious about TMR, Heidi posted that in chat. Go check that out. It's a very interesting conversation.
Yes.
And it acknowledges that TMR is very interesting as a technology, and it explains why it's not a good fit for us right at this time.
Yeah. So in the meanwhile, watch that. Yeah.
All right. And I think that is a pretty good place to end the stream.
Yeah, shit. I think we covered everything then, haven't we? Yeah, damn. It's 11:20 already. It's almost bedtime. I have to get...
Indeed. Trying to be respectful for your late at night.
Fair enough.
Japan.
Gotta go tomorrow early to do a little hike, so shit.
Nice. Just take some pictures.
Will do. I'm not sure how exactly the hike is gonna pan out, but I hopefully just not getting attacked by bears, because everywhere like now is like, oh, bears around, and they close off trails, whatever. And I actually went hiking today on top of the hill, and I was just trying to set up the camera to record a video. So I was like, let me just change the setting. Touching grass. Ew, hey, shit, man, you gotta... you know what to say. Touch grass, touch... Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. But, I was looking... I was looking in the bushes. Like, I heard something nearby, and there's a lot of people walking usually by that place, and hiking. I was like, I hear something in the bushes, and I was looking there. I was like, hey, this is not a human. And I was first looking around, what is it? I thought first maybe it's a bear, but it was actually a boar walking around as well. So I thought first like, a boar, okay, shit.
That's
let me clap
probably
my
scarier
hands.
than a bear, to be honest.
Is it?
These things can be vicious. Oh yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen
or at
so
least
many
in, like,
boars
the,
around
the
my
southwest
area.
of the U.S. They go pretty. I think what do they call it? The javelins or something like that. They're intense. They're violent.
Oh, okay.
There's some pretty crazy videos of people hunting them by helicopter, which is just awesome to see.
What the
It's a very American thing. Oh yeah, take a
Yeah,
fully automatic
Jesus.
rifle and a helicopter.
Sure
and just
sounds
hunt
like it.
javelins. It's crazy. Look it up.
No, I've been like there's a lot of bears around my area, also with like a little piglets around it, and I've seen a lot of them. One actually charged me at night and then moved away, but honestly, they are more, I guess, afraid from humans in here than I guess America. But yeah, they super scary. Oh shit. Is it actually like more scary than bears? Then honestly, I've been very
definitely.
dude, I've been very lenient about fucking boars there, because like I've been biking in the evening and it was like a boar crossing in front of me, and like walking a boar crossing in front of me as well. I've seen so many boars where it's like, hey boar, what's up, and just scooted away and nothing really happened. But shit, okay. Interesting.
Bears, at least the black bears that are in Japan and as well as like the eastern United States where I've seen them, they are very skittish animals. They're not trying to mess with you. Now, if you go to like Alaska and you're right at mating season, and that's chonky bear season or chonky bear week. That's
all the grizzlies getting at you. Shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. But in general, black bears, as long as you just kind of leave them be, then they'll leave you be. They don't want to be near you. They want to do their own thing.
Interesting. Yeah, shit. Okay.
Yeah, fat bear week. That's the best week. It's so good.
Damn. Okay. All right. Then I guess we call it for the stream now. I appreciate everybody for stopping by, asking questions,
Yes,
chatting
indeed.
along, of course, and of course you as well, Mark, for joining. Thank you very much. And everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Have a little beer, because it's weekend. And we'll see you guys in the next week again.
And for the Americans, happy Thanksgiving. 'Cause, the next live stream will be after Thanksgiving. So enjoy. Eat lots of turkey.
When is Thanksgiving officially?
I think it's the 27th this year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 29th. I'm
It's one of those
celebrating.
it's the fourth Thursday of the month after the first Tuesday or something wacky like that. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure it's the very last week of November this year.
Yeah, I'll prepare the boar.
There you go.
All right, people.
All right.
Good night, good morning,
Bye-bye.
good evening, afternoon, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.